sink into your soul, that it really happened.
So present moment.
When it happened. So you're bilocating your thought to go back to when the angel is coming to Our Lady. So it makes it real for you. So
It is present for us. I mean, in the present moment when we are.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the idea. Is you're like bilocating your thoughts to go there in your thoughts, or go there when Jesus is in His passion, and then you are actually there. So in spiritually you can be there, but that's the idea, to make the prayer more meaningful. Actually, in your thought, go there and see Our Lady and the angel coming, and how she responded, and then the prayer will sink into your heart. Like how it happened.
And by that single act, like when you are kind of saying, come divine will, pray my praying, like for example you're saying Angelus, and that single act has, when it, you're kind of offering to the God, the Eternal Father, and then He's pleased with that, and He sends like a wave of graces, everywhere, in the past, present and future, and to the souls in the purgatory, like to everyone that is like open to receive the graces. So actually with one single act, with the divine will, you can do so much good. Like for example, with cleaning in the divine will, you can actually kind of help the war in Ukraine, or like the conversion of sinners.
And it's all about you're in union with God. So when you put your thoughts to the Annunciation, you're in union with what God wanted to do. Your thoughts are in union with His thoughts.
And you make a reparation of the world, reparation for things as well, because everything is getting in the divine order, That's what's written like in the Bible. If you start, the people close to you will get as well into it, It's written in Acts, like for the family. If the family is converted,
putting everything back into order. But the first thing is that your thoughts must be in union with God's thoughts. That you do what He wants. So all these prayers are coming in union with God, because this is what He did. So the Angelus is about God asking Our Lady, can He come on the earth, and would she be the mother of God, to give her, asking for her permission. Can God come into this earth and start fixing it up? So Our Lady had to say yes, but that brought a lot of suffering on her own life. So this is God coming down on the earth, and at the end of our prayer, then our priest comes in, who represents God for us. So we have called down God to come in to, what we're doing, and bless our prayers, bless our lives, that we're in union with the plan of God. Because the plan of God is happening anyway, but we can go against it, or we can be in union with it. And we will have peace when we're in union with it, because it's happening anyway, and it's not going to change. God has a plan.
And it's spiritual mathematics. When you are in union, you are in peace and in joy. That's the sure sign of it. If you're not in peace and joy, you can be sure you're going in your ego. It's a fight inside of us,
He's so merciful to us and to
very
us
patient.
sinners.
But His plan is His mercy, because then when we come in line with that plan, we're in peace. And we're happy with ourselves, because our thoughts are God's thoughts, our actions are God's actions, and we're allowing Him to work down in the earth, and that's what He came for. He wants to fix this earth, He wants to bring peace, He wants us all to live in harmony with each other and care for each other and love each other, because that's who He is. So everything has to be about God's love and mercy. Wherever there's love and sacrifice, that's where Jesus is. That's where Our Lady is, because that was their life. So it's giving us the ability to be like that, because when we get hurt, it's difficult to be merciful, it's difficult to love. But we have to learn their forgiveness and their mercy, which is unfathomable, as St. Faustina tells us.
And if you come in same situation again, you wonder, why am I coming back in the same situation? It means God wants to show you something, how to get into divine will,
Does anybody else want to say anything? Now the Father's here, would you like to say anything about your time learning about divine law?
Like even look this morning, if I can go very fast, I had somebody said I have to go to Lubitschki to get something. And the reason was somebody told me something before I got in a taxi, and there was the taxi driver. He told me what I have to do. If you're on the divine will and you are open to it, you will see that
God's
God is
preparing.
teaching you through people, through coincidence, you know. But you have to have the intention for it, open your heart, you know. And we are often blocked by fear or by our ego. We are on our, like Lazarus on the tree, and we have to get down off the tree and be open. So,
My name is Monica. I'm a week old, a little bit, an aspirant. I have known about the Divine Will though for a little over 10 years from my spiritual director, and I love that it's for everybody, every stage in life, for all of God's children, and I guess it's just so beautiful that how Jesus wants to be always with us. And as you fall in love with him, as you progress in spiritual life, it seems like it just gets more simple, because when you love somebody, you always want to be with them. So I don't necessarily use a lot of words besides our form prayers, but just knowing that he's moving in my moving, his heartbeats, mine his own, and he's just always there, so you're never alone, and you always have somebody with you, of course, when you're scared, because we always get scared or hurting, but at every single moment of your life, so you never have to worry about being down, or as you get older, things happen, you know, because you're not protected, and you're ultimately going to get hurt, and we're always going towards the cross, and if you don't have him with you, then life can seem dark, but if you do, it seems like it's more to get him, and you can always have a growing relationship of love with him, because you want to not only give him more, but you, well, it's going to happen, but you can offer it to him and make it something beautiful, no matter what. So, thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks. So we're going to do an hour